Suck at Parking was initially released on the 14th of September 2022 and came day one to Game Pass. So this is another one. If you have Game Pass, you've got no excuse. Well, you do have an excuse. Your time is valuable. If you don't want to play it, don't play it. If you do want to play it, well, it's there for you to have a go at it. No extra cost beyond the fee of a subscription. And if you don't have Game Pass, maybe you should think about it. If you've got a PC or an Xbox, it's probably a part of the deal now that you should probably just have it. That's if you play multiple games. If you're the kind of person that plays one shooter or one game a year, then there's no point. But if you play a lot of games, this is something you need to have. Anyway, this is not a Game Pass advertisement.
Oh, that's right. This is hard.
A game called You Suck at Parking. So, the Steam description for this game: You suck at parking. Parking? I don't know if you suck at parking, but anyway, You Suck at Parking is the only racing game where your goal is to stop. Colourful yet uphill challenge the world and colourful yet uphill challenge the world and customise your ride in this ever-evolving simulator. Doesn't really tell you what this game is, so you might have seen. But again, helpful that there's a video over this track. What is it? You control a wee Matchbox-style car, and your goal is to drive it along the map and stop it in the parking space, both within the time limit and before you run out of fuel. There are also things in the map that will either you could fall off the map. There are things that will blow your car up and prevent you from finishing. And to get out, your goal is essentially, in a nutshell, that go from the start, stop in the parking spot. And the difficult thing with this is kind of the speed in which the car moves, which is, as you will see, very, very fast. But also, you can't stop. So as soon as you stop, that's where you're parking. And if you're not in the parking spot, well,
I guess you've got to just try and angle
you
your...
can get, it does that thing
angle your jump like
that
by missed.
In mobile, so like Angry Birds did it, in which there is like a gold standard.
Oh, fuck off! That's not what I should be hitting.
Or you can just merely pass the level that will allow you to progress. To sort of get the gold medal, you have to complete the level by parking in each of the parking spots in every level in the minimum, using the minimum number of cars. So if there's 2 parking spots, you have to complete that level with 2 cars to get the gold medal. Otherwise, it just allows you to progress if you complete it within the time limit. And again, like I said, graphics, again, as you will see, it's a fairly simple game, but like, this isn't the type of game that you're looking for realism. This is a game that you're looking for fun and whimsy. They have added, or clearly put a lot of effort into adding customization. I think the hope with this game is that it's going to have a life beyond the single player campaign and the multiplayer. If I'm honest, I'm not sure it will, but I would say what they're shooting for here is a game that will attract a small but fervent multiplayer community that will play this game a lot. The multiplayer, sorry for my dog scratching, they sit nice and quiet until I start recording, and then they start rattling about and staring at me and crying and scratching and generally being a pain in the neck. But anyway, apologies. Yes, so the gameplay.
David, you're a
single player gameplay. There's, like as I've described with the gold medals, there's a campaign which has a lot of levels. I think over 100 levels that you can work your way through, or did it say 80? A lot of levels, and where I think they hope that this game is going to find a life beyond itself
you did the hard
in
bit.
The multiplayer, which is chaotic. I think is the best way to describe this, in which the cars already handle like a trolley on ice, and you add a lot of players bashing into each other on top of that, and it makes it an incredibly chaotic experience that is a lot of fun. I had a look and I couldn't find a split screen version of this game, which is a shame, because I think it would do a lot or gain a lot from having couch co-op, but it doesn't seem to do that. It seems to be online only, and there's something at least I find when I'm playing chaotic games like this online, I find them less sort of hilarity inducing and more frustrating when you can't look into the eyes of the person that has just bashed you off your parking spot that you've worked so hard to get. But each to their own. This is the type of game that I would want to play with friends and not play with randoms online. Sound is what it is. It is enough to not be jarring and not detract from the experience, but I mean, what can you do with a game like this, really, in terms of sound. That's kind of it as well. This is going to be a shorter video this week, but again, like, I've not got anything to say about it beyond what I've already said. It's kind of hard, and there's no point in artificially extending the video. This is a game that is simple, it's easy to pick up, and it's easy. It's the classic phrase, isn't it? It's easy to pick up, hard to master, and this game is going to be incredibly difficult to master because of the difficulty spike I've found in this is intense. It goes from being fairly manageable to brutally hard. I think to get through all the levels is probably quite doable in a straightforward sense, but not many people will be getting all golds on every level because it gets hard quick. I went from easily getting golds to, by the third level, I was just sort of scraping by through the levels. It's a fun game, like I say, it's whimsical, it's nice, it's pick up and play. It's not a game that I think you're going to be spending hundreds of hours with, or at least most people won't be. It is a fairly pick up and put down experience that I don't think is going to live long in the memory, but hopefully it does well for the developers. There's nothing really terribly wrong with the game. It's just a format that I don't think lends itself well to having an incredibly long lifetime. But the more I think about it, I wonder if these are the types of games that are good for Game Pass. It's the type of game that is fun to play and is definitely worth a wee sort of rumble about with, but I wouldn't be wanting to pay 20 quid for this, for example, because I'm not going to get £20 worth out of it, but I'll certainly get a month's subscription out of it alongside some other games and have a great time with it and have some largely positive thoughts for it. If you're looking at the prospect of buying this game and you don't have Game Pass, I think it becomes a much more difficult sell, because it really needs a community to keep it alive, and that's something that I'm not sure it'll have. I would wonder if you're the kind of person that's going to be purchasing this game, I would try your best to get a group of friends on board, because that might extend the life of it. If there's a bunch of you playing it and having fun, maybe having a few drinks or just having a bit of a party or a hangout on a Friday night, say you've got a semi-regular hangout with your friends that you've grown up together and you now live in different parts of the country, or in some cases different countries, or you've got kids and stuff, and you're just not as free as you used to be, but you try and get together to play some games every so often. This is maybe a good one for that, because it's a vehicle for stimulating discussion, and it's not something that's going to be overly onerous. You can sort of just enjoy the company of your friends while you play. I also wouldn't want to rely on the community support in this game, so that if you were going to buy this game, you would want to make sure you had people to play with. Again, your friends are where this comes in. And I guess that's it. Thanks for watching. Check out my videos. Please like and subscribe. It genuinely helps when you're trying to grow the channel, and I appreciate your time. Catch you guys later.